met Trafalgar Law at Burning Man after wandering into the wrong art installation while looking for a more spiritually intentional cold brew situation. The installation was just a giant black cube humming softly in the desert. Inside sat Trafalgar Law from One Piece. Nick later described him as very Berlin, very emotionally literate pirate energy. Law stared at Nick silently for almost 30 seconds before handing him a laminated card. Aw, shot. Chat, it's rules time, y'all. Rules for interacting with Trafalgar Law from One Piece at Burning Man 1. Do not boss Trafalgar Law around. Nick violated this instantly by asking him not to steal his new character idea. It was a gay pirate. 2. If Nick begins retelling Cumtown bits to burners as though they happened to him personally, nod politely. This happened repeatedly. At one point, Nick gathered 6 strangers around a propane fire pit to perform. Here's an Indian guy, if he was gay. 3 Sendiracine had never allowed Nick to dip into the cocaine. Law learned this too late. Nick spent 40 minutes describing the Ope Ope no Mi fruit as basically trauma-informed biohacking. 4. Trafalgar Law may become hostile if exposed to excessive humble bragging. This quickly became unavoidable because Nick kept mentioning his ex, the quote-unquote friend, his screenplay, his close personal connection to a guy who almost worked with Tim Heidecker once. Every name drop caused Law's katana to slide slightly from its sheath by itself. Around midnight, new rules appeared, written directly onto the cube walls. Rules 5. If Nick says I'm queer in kind of a cosmic way, the desert may begin rearranging itself. 6. Do not let Nick explain Palestine to Trafalgar Law. This became catastrophic near sunrise. Nick had taken mushrooms provided by a barefoot NFT guy named Orion. Huge mistake. The plyoin stopped completely. Nick stared at Law through orange-tinted sunglasses. You know what your whole deal is? Law remained silent. You're like emotionally sovereign. At that exact moment, room activated automatically. Nobody present agrees what happened next. Some claim Nick separated cleanly into floating labeled sections. Stolen bit trust. Fund Free Palestine unsolicited selfie. I'm gay, my friend name drop. Others insist Law simply looked directly into Nick's consciousness before muttering, Force trans.